Starts off with Alien. I feel like Alien is pretty huge. It's gotta be an S. And then it continues with Alroon, which we'll have to Google. I don't know if all of these are safe to Google, honestly. What? German for mandrake. Okay, but why is it like a hot goblin lady on the photo? Well, you know, they're kind of annoying. I'll give it a C. I think something can be worse, but it's fine. Alrune is fine. All they do is like scream. I don't know why this is all trying to seduce me and stuff, but I was anything but seduced when I watched Harry Potter movies. So we got the Angel. Angel can be pretty badass, pretty huge mythological creature, I'd say. Can go up there with Alien. Basically same, maybe. I don't know. Maybe some people would take offense to me saying that. We got an Aspidoshalone. No idea what it is. Kind of looks like one of those turtles, like giant turtles that has an island on them. Those are fucking epic. I like those. You have them in World of Warcraft, you have them in Avatar The Last Airbender, you have them in... Yeah, it's just like the Asians love it. They eat that shit up. I'll give it an A. You know, giant turtle with like a landmass on its back. It's a cool concept, I think. Banshee. What's a banshee? It's like a ghost, but like female and screaming. Is the music okay, by the way? It's kinda, you know, it's not my typical kind of music, maybe, but you know, sets the tone, I guess. Banshee, you're a ghost. You scream. Right? It's kind of what you do. I guess I'll give you a B. Very specific. Bigfoot is kind of... I feel like it started something with the cryptids and stuff. Maybe not started it, but it's a huge one there. But to me, it's kind of lame, right? Like every found footage you've seen is just a guy in a suit or just a shadow or some black spot of some kind, so... It's better than Alrune. It gets there in the B tier. Catgirl? I don't know what Catgirl does here. You gotta rate her a D. Just because I don't know how would she compete. No, it's just a Catgirl. Catgirls are fine, I guess, but in a tier list like this, not really. Centaur, horse, half, I don't know, whatever. Usually elf, I guess. In a lot of fantasy. They're kind of cool, but I don't know if I should care about this, but maybe. Like in what order they are in every rank. But in that case, I think I'll put Centaur on high B. It's okay, but it's also just a horse with like an upper body of some humanoid, which is what it is, I guess. How about the Charybdis? Okay, it's like a huge worm. It's one of those that are at the end of what's it called? Freaking Pirates of the Caribbean 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. One of them. It's fine. I mean, it's terrifying. Wouldn't want to meet it in the ocean, but it's also like, yeah, no, it's fine. But it's definitely like it could be a B tier. It could be kind of low B tier. I don't know. People don't really care for this one too much. A Chimera. Oh, Chimera is kind of cool though. Chimera is probably an A. Probably below Wise huge turtle landmass, but it's cool, right? You got the goat, you got lion, you got snake. just an amalgamation of features, you know. Chupacabra. Chupacabra always gets depicted differently. This one looks like a little bit of a goober, but that being said, like, what is it? It's some kind of like demon dog in Brazil. It's kind of cool. Still, I think your Chupacabra cannot go higher than... Honestly, Charybdis, you go down to sea. I don't know who the hell you are. Chupacabra, I've still heard about, right? Chupacabra, Bigfoot, they're huge. I think Bigfoot is a step above Chupacabra, though. Clover. And what is a clover? What is a clover? Clover cryptid. What is this? Clover. Because that's a clover. But it's like... What is it from even? I have no idea. So with that said, I'll give it a D. If anyone can fill me in on what a clover is, then please do so. I realize I don't know all of these, but that's fine. Cthulhu is huge. Cthulhu is like, Cthulhu is A tier for sure. I don't think it's quite S tier. I mean, it's not an alien, it's not an angel, you know, it's not up there with like everyone knows what this is tier and they're cool. We can be up here with the rest. No one knows what a freaking Aspidoshalone is either, but well, if you see it, then you know it, right? But by name, probably not. Dark Watchers. They look scary. Don't know what their deal is. Legend has it that the eerie Dark Watchers have been silently observing travelers in California's mountains for centuries. Freaking Americans, man. But that sounds scary. I mean, they look scary. But I don't know, there's probably a C tier. I don't know what the hell it is, you know. But it looks scary. Demogorgon. Big one. I don't know where it originated from, but it's a cool, you know, stuff's about to go down when you play D&D and people pull out the Demogorgon. Maybe not as much now as it did back in the day. I feel like it's got nerfed in newer editions, but it's still kind of cool. That being said, I cannot put him over Bigfoot or Chupacabra. So he gets placed in B tier, low B. Demon. I mean, Demon is up there with Alien and Angel, right? That's like the guy, I feel like. Am I okay? Is that like okay to rate the Demon over the Angel? Not sure. I feel like it could be. Speaking of banger, we have Dragon. Dragon also S tier. If we're ranking, okay, so these are like fantasy creatures, right? Monsters, whatever cryptids. I feel like Dragon has to be... Oh, it's so difficult between all of these. Maybe Dragon could be at the end. Demon, Alien, Angel, Dragon. I feel like they're cool, you know? They hoard their treasure, they breathe fire, they're huge. Very iconic, very iconic. A Drider. I've seen iterations of this, but I've never heard of a Drider, but it seems to be a drow that is also the shape of, like, spider. So it's like a centaur, but a drow and in spider form. It's like kind of cool, but also, I don't know, I don't care much for it. I feel like it's, you know, it's fine, but Centaur is by far more iconic, and Drider is just a stupid name, so gets placed in C for stupid. Here we have Drow. Drow is cool. Drow is just an elf, but elf that has never seen sunlight, so turn all dark and mysterious. A little emo. Feel like Drow. Oh, let's see here. Banshee can't be above Bigfoot and Chupacabra. It's just not how that works. Not over Demogorgon either, probably. But where is Drow? I feel like Drow is pretty high, but not that high. Oh, but Drow goes pretty hard. I feel like to the common man... Okay. Let's see here. I'll put Drow right next to Centaur. There we go. Drow is cool. I like their kind of like vampire... the vampire feel to them. Even though they're not, but... they kind of give vampire, you know? Dullahan. Very specific. Usually an enemy in... like... Castlevania games, right? It's hollow armor. They usually hold, like this guy holds his head. I don't know if that's necessarily how it is, but it's a hollow armor that carries a big sword. It's cool. It's a little too specific. Dullahan, you get like C tiered, B tiered. I mean, low B. No, you could be like high C. High C, Dullahan. I mean, it's cool. I like big swords. I like armors. But it's like... who is this guy? Very specific. Isn't used that much because kind of specific. Only works in a setting where you have to fight. So it's like in animes and games. But not very creepy necessarily. Or anything like that. Here we have Elf though. Elf is a straight A. It's above both Chimera and Cthulhu, I'd say. Just the concept. I don't know. It's very easy. It's like, what if we had humans but they have long ears? And they're like attuned to nature, like magic and shit. Very easy, very iconic, used everywhere. They're like humans 2.0, you know. Very nice. Fairy, it's like a small elf that also has wings and can fly and sprinkle shit. Definitely lower than elf, but I think like honestly fairy, no, I think fairy is under centaur. No, yes, I think so. They're just kind of small and dumb a little bit, but they're also, I don't know the exact specifics of it. I know a lot of fairies in just media. When you have a fairy, it's usually kind of an annoying one. So, but I mean, they're beautiful, right? It's very fantasy, iconic fantasy. Fenris. What the hell is a Fenris? If not just a freaking Fenris Ulven. Okay, so this is actually the Nordic mythology one. They get chained up by Thor? I don't remember exactly, but he's kind of badass. His son, one of Loki's sons, somehow. If you take a half giant and another half giant, you get a wolf. I haven't really decided still how we're ranking this, but it's basically just a wolf, but big. I guess that's fine. You go on top of... it could go in B tier somewhere. Probably over Banshee. Fishman. What? It's like a merman? There's a frogman? No, this is... what the hell is this? The Fishman can't be placed higher than a C, but I do feel like Fishman can go. But if it is a merman, oh, It could go in C. music going hard, I guess. Anyway, Frogman. Can't put Frogman under Fishman. I love frogs. Just looking at him. Oh, shit. Sorry. That looks a little cursed. This also looks a little cursed, but it's a frog. Sluta Kuchi Onna. Oh no, it's one very specific. Very specific spirit. Futkuchi Onna is a type of yokai, or Japanese monster. She is characterized by her two mouths, a normal one located on her face and a second one on the back. Beneath the hair. There, a woman's skull splits apart, forming lips, teeth, and tongue, creating an entirely functional second mouth. So what's the deal? Japanese mythology, it's the same class of stories as, okay, women afflicted with a curse or supernatural disease that transforms them into yokai. The supernatural nature of the women in these stories is usually concealed until the last minute, when the true self is revealed. Okay, so do you think is it one of them those that you get seduced by and just kind of die eventually? I don't know. It's very specific. I don't think. Actually, I have to put her like under Fishman, because I mean it's a yokai. It just felt like a very specific one, and I don't know. I guess I've seen her before, but I feel like my S tier is very good. The A tier is pretty good. Like S to B is pretty good. Down in C and D, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening really. We have a ghost. Ghost has to be S, but probably below all the other ones. Maybe above Dragon. But I feel like that's a pretty good one. Giant. Ooh, Giant is cool. I live in Norway now. Just the thought of giants walking amongst the mountains intrigues me. So Giant, you go up. Do I like you more than Elf? Probably. I think you get highest A tier, buddy. You're welcome. Goat man. What do you mean? Isn't this like actually like Beelzebub or something? Or what is it called? I've seen him primarily in Binding of Isaac. No. The music has turned like Christmassy. What is this? Give me some like horror music. What happened to the Halloween music? What the hell? On our royalty-free horror music, let's try this. I don't know if it has to be royalty-free, but anyway, Goatman. I don't know. It's very specific. Feel like you, Goatman. To me, you're not higher than C. You'd be like high C, but no one ever talks about the Goatman. Goblin. Now, Goblin is pretty huge. I feel like a Goblin. The Goblins need to be an A, probably above Chimera. There you go. He's very cute. He's holding like a potion and monkey wrench, which or like a pipe wrench. I don't know if that's how like if goblins been known for their technology forever, but that's the one they went with here. Gojira. Let's see. Gojira is cool. Feel like he's big enough to be in B for sure. Is he above Centaur? Probably not. I feel like he's big. To me, he's above Chupacabra and Bigfoot. To me, I feel like Chupacabra and Bigfoot, they're probably more. They have more, you know, cultural like impact on them, but also maybe not. You know, Godzilla, how it at least like if we're talking amount of time, I feel like there's been stories about Bigfoot or Chupacabra for a longer time, maybe, but Gojira, he was there at the Second World War. He's almost he's not turning 100, but he's like 80 years old, you know. And if we're talking cultural impact, I feel like Godzilla is pretty huge, you know. It's all about the Second World War and how he was created through the radioactive spill from the bombs. That's pretty badass. Gorgon, that's like the OG sexy monster, right? I feel like a Gorgon can get an A place to me. Higher than Centaur? No, it can be under Centaur. Centaur is like, I don't know, it's just so fantastical. I like it. No, Gorgon can be above. That's fine. Under Chimera. Of Chimera? No, I like Chimera. Chimera is huge. I'd like to ride one. Let's be honest. Craboids. Graboids. What the hell? I dare to... It's a graboid. Oh, it's a sandworm. It's a big worm that can snatch you through the sand. I mean, the idea of it frightens me, but don't think I can put it that high. Don't care too much. Okay, we gotta change some here. Alraun. Takuchi Onna. No. Okay, it's probably fine. We'll do the Craboids by... Or Graboids. I keep saying Craboids, but it's not where he is. I'll put it by... I don't care too much for it. Under Dark Watchers. Gremlin, not a big Gremlin fan. Honestly, you can go there. Griffin, though. Griffin is like... Griffin is with like Chimera tier, but one step higher, I'd say. More regal. Harpy. Harpy is definitely under Fairy. Under Drow, probably as well. Under Godzilla. Harpy, under Godzilla. So Harpy is also about like seducing, right? But they also look like disgusting birds. So take from that what you will. Hydra. Hydra is cool. Hydra is old, right? Hydra is ancient. That's one of those creatures that are from Greek mythology. They had it kind of figured out. Like there's a whole there's like strats and stuff you have to do with it. You can't like cut a head and then not like you gotta cut all the heads at the same time. So you'd have to cauterize the head, or because otherwise they grow like twice as much, and it's cool. That's also like an A tier. I feel like an Hydra. Hydra is cool. Hydra is like one of the monsters in Greek mythology, right? I think I'm just gonna put the Hydra a point above Cthulhu. It might seem crazy to some, but hyena with a gun. I feel like hyena with a gun goes in D tier. I don't know what it means. Imposter. I don't care much for this either, to be honest. Intruder. I mean, I've seen this, right? The you know, the concept. I feel like you could fit this in with the game, like the new No, I'm Not Human game as well with the visitors. It's a similar concept where they like hide as normal people and they kinda get it, but not quite. So an intruder could go a little higher. Just the concept of an intruder is scary. I feel like it's done well in both the... I don't remember what this picture exactly comes from. I don't remember what it's called. I've seen it though. But then we have No, I'm Not Human with the visitors, and there's the concept of like weird aliens infiltrating from on the inside, so to say, is spooky. Honestly, I'll put it above Fenris. Jersey Devil, not American enough to know exactly what it does. What is the deal? We can do a little Google search of this guy, see what we can find out. Okay, he looks a little goofy. Jersey Devil, also known as Leeds Devil, is a legendary creature or cryptid said to inhabit the forests of the Pine Barrens in South Jersey. Okay, and what does he do? The creature is often described as flying biped with hooves, but there are many variations. The common description is that of a bipedal kangaroo-like or wyvern-like creature with a horse or goat-like head, leathery bat-like wings, horns, mauls, and clawed hands, legs with cloven hooves, and a forked or barbed tail. I feel like what I've been ranking them on so far is like, well, it's a package, right? But a lot of it is like how much you know about it. So that's why I like Frogman, Fishman. I guess Fishman, you probably know. Imposter, you do know a lot, but I'm not a big fan of Amogus, so... and I don't know how this fits into this really either. But I guess, I don't know the lore of it, so... And how you know with gun, I don't see it either, really. You know. But that's just me. So maybe I should have had one where I'm like, I don't know this one. You know. Jersey Devil, I've heard of it. Sounds freaking terrifying with a bipedal goat kangaroo with leathery wings, so... So honestly, I'll put it... what even is Goatman? I'll put it over Goatman. There we go. King Kong. King Kong is big. He's not cooler than Godzilla. Like, by a long shot. Honestly, he's probably under... It's probably under... It's like B tier. Like B tier. I don't know if this, like, if this would be a fight in, like, pure strength, like raw strength, then maybe it'd be higher, but... I don't know. Kitsune. Kitsune is kind of interesting. We just played Final Fantasy Silent Hill F. There's where the F is. That confused me, I guess. I guess they can be terrifying, but Kitsune is literally... Like, what are we talking about? I feel like Kitsune could be so many things, right? Isn't Kitsune, like, literally... If I just type Kitsune, right? Okay, it is a mythical Japanese fox, but it isn't just a fox called a Kitsune as well. And there's, like, different ones, and... Oh, I guess Inari is, right? Yeah. That's right. Inari is fox. That's correct, I remember. Okay, the Kitsune is a mythical Japanese fox with supernatural abilities, known for its intelligence and shape-shifting powers. They can be benevolent messengers of the deity Inari. Mischievous tricksters. Wait, what is... Just look at this. Like, translate. Here we go. We go... English. Japanese. Japanska. Right, it's in Swedish. My bad. And then we do fox. It's just Kitsune. But I guess it's specifically this one they're talking about. They just really like foxes in Japan. It's like when they see they get just an ordinary fox, they There's just a lot of stories. Like it's just normal foxes. I don't know why it's all like this. Like, what is this? What is this? Look at this. Who is this like nine-tailed fox lady? Right? That's not how that works. A kitsune is just a fox. The lady thing is like, I feel like this is a misinterpretation, right? When you see a fox in Japan, there's like all these stories around this like normal fox. There's no need to bring the horniness into it, right? Anyway, fox being a big thing in Japan, it's kind of cool. But it's like, I feel like they have stories to all the animals, you know. That's just how the Japanese work. They have a lot of stories to things, a lot of threads between everything. So it's not. It's okay. It's bigger than a Drider. It's bigger than Dullahan. It's bigger than Dullahan. Kraken. Kraken is. I like it. I don't know how much I like it. I feel like it would be a disservice to Cthulhu to put it above Cthulhu, because I think this is just Cthulhu light, you know. Like this would be like a failed attempt at the Cthulhu at best, but still very cool. Goblins, big though. Griffin, Chimera, could be above Gorgon. Gorgon, I you know, snake lady with that is hot, but also turns into stone. It's cool, right? But imagine just a huge octopus that can just swallow a ship in one gulp. Now that's it's like on a different level. Here we go, Krampus. That's the one, or no? Right. I don't know what Goatman. I don't know what they mean by that. Krampus is Santa's retarded twin. No, you can't say that. You can't use the R word. He's the other guy. He's the guy in Christmas that comes and eats your children. So he doesn't have any connection to the Santa except they do stuff at Christmas, I guess. Krampus. I haven't had too much experience with Krampus. This is one of those things that is that what Krampus is? I know he's in Binding of Isaac, right? All of these are in Binding of Isaac. Yeah, see, it's like he steals children and then probably eats them, to be completely honest. Let's see what the wiki says. Oh, it's in Swedish. That doesn't really help anyone else. There you go. Thank you, the awesome skill. The Krampus is a horned anthropomorphic figure who, in the central and eastern alpine folkloric tradition, is said to accompany Saint Nicholas on visits. Oh, okay, see. So he's almost Santa's retarded brother. I shouldn't use the R word, but see, they're more related than I thought. It's not just like two different stories. They're like actually, they're in cahoots. Visit children during the night of 5th December. What the hell? Krampusnacht. Immediately before the feast of Saint Nicholas. Okay. In this tradition, Saint Nicholas rewards well-behaved children with small gifts, while Krampus punishes badly behaved ones with birch rods. Birching. Oh, typically used to strike the recipient's bare buttocks. Okay. I thought he like took them. Well, you know, he's there with Santa, right? Kinda cool. Look a little black around the eyes. Sorry, I haven't got enough sleep. Basically, Mummy. Krampus. You're like above the devils here. Very specific devil, but you're cooler than Jersey Devil and Goatman for sure. Lamia. So the Gorgon is a type of Lamia, right? That being said, Lamia can't be higher than Gorgon. I don't feel like, because Gorgon is like she's like the mommy Lamia, right? The OG badass one that all the stories are about. So Lamia, Snake Lady. I like Snake Lady more than Spider Drow. And I like it more than Harpy, honestly. Snake Lady above Bird Lady. Lich. What is a lich? What is a lich? It's like a skeleton mage. Like, I've heard of it and I've seen them a lot of times, but what do they actually do? It's an undead zombie magician. Yeah. That's pretty epic. Lich is in Bazaar, yeah. Lich is above Fairy, I'd say, but under Centaur. No, he's above Centaur. He's the highest of B. I don't know, I just like... He's a very sentient, undead. Right. Most undead, they come up and they're depicted as like kind of slow moving and whatever brains, you know. While Lich, they've been reading. They've been reading a ton of books. The look-see. The look-see. What are you doing? Ranking fantasy characters? Yeah, cryptids and mythological characters. And so on S tier we have demon, alien, angel, dragon, and ghost. A tier we have giant, Aspidoshalone, which no one knows the name of, but I might have rated this too high, but I do like the idea of you know, it's the turtle with the land on its back, very like Asian mythology. We got the elf, we got Hydra, Cthulhu, Goblin, Griffin, Chimera, Kraken, Gorgon. Everyone knows about this. Rank S is the strongest and coolest. I guess. So what we're doing is like, I think my tier list is ranking them by how iconic they are, but not only, right? Because then Bigfoot and Chupacabra would be higher probably, but Bigfoot is kind of dumb. So I don't know. It's like a mix of everything. I guess you have to take the entire package into account. It's a bit R. The look-see. I don't know what the look-see is. Is this a movie? It's like a show. Or a web series, the look-see. Titular anti-hero. Demonic entity that appears to inhabit the town of Harbor and targets those who are unable to move on from something they are holding on to. That's very like Silent Hill-esque. He can be above Drider. He can be above Dullahan as well. Otherwise, it's just the R word. What R? Okay, you don't have to tell me what R word. I can just. But yes, Bigfoot. I don't know. Like Bigfoot and Chupacabra, if you just look at the pictures here, you can kind of tell why I don't like them, right? Where do you go? Like Chupacabra, look at this guy. The hell is this? Bigfoot? Nah. It's whack. just made up. But it's interesting. It is interesting that they have so much lore. I don't know what the lung is. It looks like a Chinese dragon. To me, Chinese dragon is inferior to a normal dragon, but it's still kind of high, right? Lung, is that what it's called? Is there like a specific Chinese dragon called Lung? Griffin. I feel like I'd personally put it. It's a Chinese dragon, right? I think I'd personally put him like under Lich. I think it's probably meant to be dragon in Chinese. In Mandarin, it's spelled long. Okay. Alright, so maybe it's just a dragon. I don't know. I've never had any sort of like personal affinity for, you know, Chinese dragons. So we gotta speed this up a little bit. Magna Malo, a really good monster from Monster Hunter, but I don't know exactly what he does here. So with that said, I'd probably have to put him above Dolan. Not higher than that, because he's not that iconic. Man-eating plant. I don't know, is this from a special movie? I think so. I don't remember what it's called, but... a plant that eats men? Could be over to graboids, but it's not, I mean... it's just a man-eating plant. Come on. Manticore, though. That's like a demon lion. That's cool. That's cool. He gets up here with the... not quite with the Chimera. I feel like the Chimera is a little cooler. Probably... under Drow. Right above Godzilla. Manticore. It's cool. It's a demon lion. Mermaid. Ooh. Okay, but mermaids... well, you got so many mermaids, right? You got the creepy mermaids from like Harry Potter. You got the mermaids from Little Mermaid. You got these mermaids from H2O. There's a wide assortment of mermaids. So that being said, I feel like they're very well known. People know about mermaids. People have different perception of what a mermaid is. Live in Atlantis. Are they like hostile or not? I feel like most people think they're not, but they definitely could be. I think I'd put mermaid above. Honestly, probably above Lich. Probably above Gorgon as well. Right? Do they have Siren? I don't know. Otherwise, a Siren could be a type of mermaid as well. Okay, but here... this is where my own, maybe like personal thoughts about this comes in. I don't think a lot of the people would put Jormungandr this high, but I feel like Jormungandr is pretty cool. Like either way, like how he has been depicted, like this is not a great depiction of him, but if you just listen to the stories and how he's the world serpent and revolves around the entire earth, it's just like, that's a huge snake. That's crazy. And if you'd want like a good picture of him, you could go like God of War, Jormungandr, right? And this is not how he must be depicted, but I mean, yeah, it's just a huge snake, which is cool to me. Jormungandr. Minotaur. Minotaur is a classic. I feel like Minotaur goes... yeah, it can go there. It can go under Mermaid. Very like classic, you know, find in a dungeon, bipedal Taurus, like humanoid with big axe. Midgårdsormen, yeah. Midgårdsormen. It's just a cool thought. Very, very huge snake. Mordio. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. I have no idea who this guy is, so he gets put in the Mothman. Mothman is like also weird. It's like people in cities in the US have like seen what appears to be a Mothman. I feel like he's like above Fishman and Frogman, at least, but not much higher, in my opinion. Have you noticed I'm huge? Mothra. So Mothra is a very iconic Godzilla enemy. That being said, Mothra can't be higher than... It's gotta be like right under Kitsune, honestly. Can definitely not be higher than Godzilla. He's kinda cool. But no, not higher than that, I don't think. Mummy. Mummy's an interesting one. You'd think Mummy would be very high up. Everyone knows a Mummy. But Mummy, they're kinda... I don't know. It's not the greatest, right? It's just like they're just wrapped up. They don't have to be. I feel like there's a lot of media that doesn't do them like all wrapped up. A lot like old style Mummy. But yeah, I don't know. It's like... It's probably like... It's under Lung, it's under Centaur, Fairy, Drow, Manticore. Probably under Godzilla, honestly. Lamia. Honestly, I'd go as far as to say that it's just less cool and less known than Chupacabra, Bigfoot, and Demogorgon. Do they have Wildvita? I don't think so. This seems to be very American. They have the Jersey Devil and they have the Mothman. And they have Nessie. Nessie's cool. Nessie's like a branch. I feel like I like Nessie more than both Bigfoot and Chupacabra. It's gonna have to be between Lamia and Godzilla. I feel like that's the closest we've gotten to real Godzilla. You know, not T-Rexes and stuff, but Nessie, the little branch in the water. Nosferatu. I guess a siren, like sirens, right? They're kind of like vildvittriga. Nosferatu. So who's Nosferatu? Is just like... yeah. He's the vampire. Do they have vampire here as well? They do have vampire there as well. But is it Dracula? It's not really Dracula. Is it Dracula? I guess it is. But like okay, so Dracula, he would probably be in A somewhere. He would probably be, according to me, he'd be above Minotaur. Very iconic, but you know, he's just one vampire. I feel like the entire breed of vampire is might even be S tier. You know, if you're talking vampires, like those are well known. Everyone loves vampires. They're in everything. Nurses from like Silent Hill. I can see why they're so popular. Can't give them higher than like even Mummy is probably higher. Like they're cool, but like it's so specific. Okay, Ogre. Ogre is like a big mountain, like a troll. Okay, troll in the mountains that wants to hit the shit out of here. Yeah, I feel like Ghost is S tier. Ghost is so... There's so many types of ghosts, right? Like you have this guy, Futakuchi Onna. which is like, oh, here you have one yokai or ghost, basically. But when you take ghost, it's just like so much has opened up, right? So many types of ghosts. But it's up for interpretation. But when I think ghost is such like, it's so iconic, and it could be so many different things. Ogre, troll that wants to hit you with big club in the mountains, is pretty high. I feel like I'd rate you above Nessie. It's like a very, it's your stereotypical role-playing game enemy, right? You got the ogre. He wants to slam you. It's like the noob killer in the beginning. He's maybe not stronger. Like the strongest enemies, you got like the dragons, maybe even the angels and the demons, right? Maybe not the ghosts. Ghosts are kind of early as well, but ghosts are more common. But the ogre, they're the ones that are like, oh, you got to this place and you're not level 5 yet? Well, get wrecked. Orc. Humanoid. It's just a humanoid. It's like a human with big teeth. I don't know. Orc is aight. But I've never been a huge orc guy. Honestly, it's probably under... I did put elves up here though. It'd be above centaur. It's your quintessential, we need a humanoid, but it's gotta be a little evil kind of guy. Predator. Never seen Alien versus Predator, but I know it does like this clicking noise. And has like X-ray vision. Seems terrifying. That being said, I don't know where to put it. So I'll just put it in D. Everyone's gonna be... Or not everyone, but maybe there's a lot of Predator fans out there. I know it's a very beloved like monster, but I have no idea. I have literally no connection to him. Okay, Pyramid Head though, probably the like coolest enemy in Silent Hill. Still, okay, I'll put him above. I'll put him above Bigfoot and Chupacabra. There we go. That's all you need. You need to design it well enough. And it can go over things that are like huge. Everyone knows Bigfoot. Everyone knows Chupacabra. No one knows what it is. There's just silly pictures of them. Quetzalcoatl. This is also just a... This is just a dragon. But like not an Incan dragon, but like, yeah, what are the other tribes called? Oh no, like old Aztec. It's like an Aztec dragon. It's not above lung. I have no particular connection to this. I think this specific dragon has to go under Krampus. Rathalos. It's another dragon. Very iconic dragon from Monster Hunter. I think I'll just put him with the other Monster Hunter monster because they're kinda, you know, they don't really fit in. A robot? What does this mean? Why is a robot here? Robots are cool, but it's like, I don't know, outside of like the Transformers one they show here, and then there's like a lot of robots in other sci-fi as well, of course, but I don't know. Like, what is the ranking? Yeah, you just rank them. About hottest monster. Oh, it was the hottest monsters. I'm not doing the hottest monsters. I'm doing, but these are kind of hottest monsters. Oh, that's interesting. I'm doing like a who. How much do you care about this one? I guess robot could be like A tier still though. Robot is big. If you do a robot well, you do well. Chupacabra. You think Chupacabra is above? Or that he wins over Chupacabra? I think he wins over Chupacabra. Rokurokubi. If we're going the hottest, okay, yeah. No, the hottest, I mean S tier here kind of works with hot. Like at least the first three are like pretty hot. But I guess Elf would win as well then, probably. Centaur, maybe not, but Fairy could go up. No, there are some nurses. Mummy. But it's like, is it this specific mummy or is it the concept of mummies? Because the concept of mummies is not very hot to me. The concept of nurses, though, just a normal nurse. Anyway, Rockero, whatever, you go there. Sandworm, you gotta be higher. You gotta be higher than the other guy. Than the graboids. But not like a lot more. Like, how could this be rated in like the hottest, right? Sandworm, people know about sandworm, but like not more than the graboids that much. It's just huge snakes. In the sand. Stilla. How to catch Scylla? Visual fish. What is this? What? All you get from Scylla is just this one specific. Oh, it's because I typed fish, apparently. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Okay, so Scylla is like your normal. It's like your Ursula, right? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of terrifying. Scylla. I don't know how much I care for you though, but you're probably above Intruder. No, under Intruder. I feel like the concept of Intruder is scary. Intruder, Visitor. Yeah, they're just something hiding in plain sight by acting as a human. What were we looking? Selkie. Is Selkie like a horse girl? No, what is this? Oh, a Selkie is like a walrus or like a seal woman. Huh. Honestly, can't be up there with mermaids. I feel like it's gotta be like early B tier. Like you're out looking for mermaids and then you get a Selkie instead? Is that how they catfish each other? Like that? Anyway. Siren Head. I never liked it. It was a weird like story. But a huge siren that started walking around and making noise. No. No, not don't care much for it. It did make for some good content on YouTube, I guess. But I think I'd have to put it like probably under Dark Watchers. Better than Man-Eating Plant, I guess. Siren. Siren is a big one. Siren is A. Probably. Mermaid is there. Yeah, makes sense. Siren could be... between Minotaur and Gorgon. I feel like it's a similar... Like, people know about Gorgons, people know about Medusa, right? That whole story. Sirens is also just folklore, like, don't listen to the sirens, right? They'll drag you, like, underwater and drown you and eat you. Skeleton. Just a walking skeleton. I feel like it's not as good as any of these up here, but it's very high. That's just a creature in media. A walking skeleton. Above Cthulhu. You know, I feel like if you want undeads, it's either gonna be a skeleton or a zombie. Pretty much. I guess that's the only ones there are, maybe, but... This is taking a long time. Okay. Slenderman. There are 100 of them, after all, so... Slenderman can... I liked him. He was one of those old, like, internet creepypasta things where, you know, you walk into the... I can show some pictures. Here's Slenderman. Like, these old... This one is not that great either. The idea is that... It's like... Yeah, I mean, this one works, but these, like, tentacle things are just like branches, right, in the forest. So it's just kind of like a man standing in the forest, but also he might have tentacles, but also maybe... Like, this one is a pretty good depiction of what's going on with Slenderman. And he takes children and does whatever with them. Where did he go? Where did I put him? Oh. I don't see... Oh, there he is. Slenderman B. Okay. Slenderman is pretty high. Above nurses, probably. He was a big one in the beginning of internet creepypasta, like horror creatures. Slime. Okay. Slime is also like standard RPG. This is your first enemy. That being said, it's like it's not that high. Might be above the mummy though. Not this specific, you know, anime girl like trap slime, but Snallygaster. I don't know what a Snallygaster is. In American folklore, of course, more American folklore, the Snallygaster is a bird reptile chimera originating in the superstitions of early German immigrants, later combined with sensationalistic newspaper reports of the monster. Early sightings associate the Snallygaster with... Okay, so it's like a thing. It's like an old one of these. No, it's gotta be kind of low. Snallygaster. You could be down here with the Mothman, honestly. Sphinx. Isn't Sphinx just like a statue? But I guess it's a statue of a creature, maybe. Like the Sphinx gotta be like under Fenris Wolf. It's there. It exists. I don't know much about it. The like actual statues of it is very cool, but other than that, I don't know. Succubus is high. Girl, hot girl demon. But in iconicness, it's probably like still under Mermaid, Nosferatu Minotaur, like probably there, maybe. With the other succubi, pretty much Siren and Gorgon. Robot is so weird. Robot, if we're just counting iconicness, but I'm thinking like how iconic it is as like a, I don't know, horror. Like there's horror sci-fi, so as a horror character, Tarask. Tarask is just a very huge like monster from Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't know. Probably pretty low, honestly. Put Tarask up here with, or down here with Magnamalos and Rathalos. It's just a big like dinosaur. I don't know if a lot of people know about it really. Tengu. People know about Tengu. I don't really know what they do. Necessarily. I feel like it's pretty low though. I don't know. There's probably not a lot of people that know about Tengu. He does nothing. Does he not do anything? He must be doing something right. There's a lot of weird ones here. Tengu. Hi, Lilimi1987. Where would you put a Tengu? In. Thank you for the pat, Lil. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm kind of rating creatures in terms of just pure iconicness, like how iconic it is in media. Specifically probably like horror media or like horror fantasy, I guess. I don't know. It's like a mixture here. It's kind of difficult to make it. We're at Tengu now. There's a lot of Japanese ones down here. I know about them. I don't know how iconic they are really. But like, what is a goat man? Is this called a goat man? You know? Isn't it Beelzebub? In reality? I think I just, like, Tengu is probably pretty low as well. Honestly. I think I still put it, like, above Dullahan. No, not the Goatman. No, Goatman is still there. Everyone is at sea. Doesn't really matter. Gives you nightmares. Damn. But I feel like it's weird that they call him Goatman. The Goatman legend is a modern American folktale about a half-man, half-goat creature said to haunt various locations. It's another American one. What do you mean, Goatman? The Birch? Is this from a movie? I haven't seen. No, not half-man, half-man, goat. No. It's like the guy from... what is it called? What are they called? Why aren't they here? What are the half-man, half-goat, like the one from Narnia? Like the other way? Why aren't they here? Isn't that kind of weird? Anyway, the bird, haven't seen. Don't know what it is. Man, bear, pig? Oh, you know the guy? The guy? Let's just do goat Narnia. Here you go. Tyrus. Mr. Tumnus. That's what it's called. Look at this guy. Much more pleasant combination, right? You'd rather have a human upper body. This guy, I feel like I could chill with this guy. Anyway, we continue. Thunderbird. See, like, I don't know a lot of this. Troll. Troll is classic. I don't know why they chose this, like, little picture of a troll. Out of all trolls they could have used. But, like, a troll is up here. It's probably above Succubus. Probably above Minotaur. That's probably okay. Man, bear, pig. Yeah, man, bear, pig is not here either. Vampire. Vampire is pretty... That shit's pretty iconic. I don't know if it's... See, but the Midgard Serpent, the Jörmungandr, that one is not that iconic. That one, I just wanted to rate it high because it's cool. So that's why this tier list is... that's what happens when there's a lot of it, right? You just... gets a little diluted after a while. But I feel like Vampire, and also the Aspidosh alone, I feel like the rules have changed during the course of this, but it's fine. It's coolness, it's iconicness, it's just like how much I personally care about this. Online course starting in a minute. We'll check in after and see if you're still on. Okay, I'll see you afterwards, maybe. Vampires, though, honestly, if Ghost and Dragon, Angel, Alien, if all of those are there, I feel like Vampires gotta be like up top as well. Have you been doing online courses, Lenny? Are you doing it now? 1 meter monster. Don't know what it is. Wendigo. Werewolves gotta be S as well. Honestly. Like werewolf also hugely iconic. Wendigo. What is a Wendigo? My head. Oh, you're writing for the course. Okay, cool. Modern Wendigo and traditional Wendigo. And then they choose a picture of freaking Until Dawn. Wyvern is big. Wyvern is not really... It's not a dragon tier, but it's like around Hydra tier. Probably above Hydra. Let's just take the ones I care about. Yuki Onna, you guys can be here. You Japanese ghosts. Doing SPs on the plague, moldy rice, and a cult in a hospital. Doing a piece. Oh, doing a piece, okay. Huh. Kinda sounds like... Yeah, I was just gonna say, the RP session we did, pretty much. Well. Nice. Zombie. Honestly, zombie gotta be there as well. Traditional Wendigo. So bad at like Wendigos. I do like this type of Wendigo. I have seen it before. But I'm inclined to put it on like... less than King Kong. Probably the traditional Wendigo as well. They can be on the same. Will-O-Wisp, it's like a kind ghost. A little like fairy coded. But probably around there. Like maybe one. But Mummy's so big. Okay, there we go. Will-O-Wisp and Slime. It's just huge, like starting like enemies and or creature NPCs in fantasy stories in general. Xenomorph. Xenomorph is kind of big. The main antagonist alien creature from the Alien movies. I'll have to put him. Ooh, Lamia. I'll probably put him Harpy Pyramid Head. Okay. This one is difficult. Honestly, I'll put him above Demogorgon. As far as like sci-fi iconic horror creatures goes, Xenomorph is big. But I feel like the horror genre in general is just more focused on fantasy and folklore than it is sci-fi. So how's the new car? The new car is very good. It's working very well. It reminds me a lot of my old car. I went from a Skoda Fabia 2009 to Toyota Yaris 2012, and they work pretty much the same. Doesn't have the highest speeds and stuff, but it's very like easy car to maneuver. Who is Lil Me? Before I read it as Lil Emmy, but I feel like we know each other somehow. Welcome to the stream. Once again. Worm. Worm is just big snake. Big snake go... '87. Trying to think of years as well, but... Worm is big snake. That's pretty much it. Sphinx, Fenris... It's so such like specific ones down there. Oh, it can be here. Under mummy? Sure. Don't know what a Yate VO is. It's probably something Japanese I don't know about. I don't know about Jawa either. This is not a definitive edition. Honestly, in a way, I could probably take out stuff I don't know about. Just to make it a little cleaner. So we take about... Can we take out? We cannot take them out again. For some reason. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I know you and you know me. Who do you think I am? It's a difficult question. 87? Ille. 87. Oh, I'm thinking. Who am I thinking? Thinking you might be. I don't know. So I don't know. Are you like a cousin of my father? It could be. I don't know if I want to say like the exact names here, but I feel like, you know, could be. Either way, I'm not sure. This was my tier list, at least. Tier list of very specific. I don't know why it would be, but so apparently this was supposed to be of hotness, but hotness is kind of weird when it's like it's so random and there's like snakes and stuff. So this is just iconicness. We're doing iconic. So on S tier we have demon, alien, angel, dragon, ghost, vampire, werewolf, zombie. You know. I feel like a lot of people can agree on this. The ghost might stand out a little bit. The zombie might stand out. No, it doesn't really stand out a little bit. I guess the ghost might be the one that stands out a little bit. On A tier, Um, we have iconic stuff like a giant. You have elf. You have skeleton. Hydra. You have some weird stuff like an Aspidoshalone, which um, is a big turtle moving island kind of deal. You got Chimera, you got Kraken, Mermaid, you know? A lot of things that people know about on A tier, but not really. I mean, it's not Demon and Angel, right? It's not Christianity level, but it's up there. Um, but how would you know about my new car? This Lille Me. Lille Me is making me think. You could be my coworker? I don't know. Anyway, we go over to B tier. We got other iconic ones, but not as iconic, right? You got Lich, you got Orc, you got Centaur, Fairy. You know, you got these fantasy characters that those who know about fantasy know about these creatures, right? Drow, Manticore, and then you start to get like more modern, like movie examples, like Godzilla. You have uh, you have a xenomorph, right? You have intruders, which is more of like a YouTube kind of deal. Um, King Kong is here. Yeah, and then on C tier, it's getting low. Here we get like very specific, like, oh, this is in one place in America cryptids. I'm not American, so I don't really care too much. You got like cute butterfly enemy from Godzilla. Siren Head, which is like kind of Skibidi Toilet cryptid level, and then at the end it's just kind of a little shitty. I don't know. You know, I don't know what a clover is. I know what a gremlin is, uh, but yeah, a lot of these I don't know. Like from the middle and to the right, I have no idea what these guys are. And these guys, the Japanese ones, honestly, they could like, I wish I could take them out just to like clean a little bit. We could just see uh, what we're doing, but more like I should have thought about that before, just not put in the ones I don't know about, but this is how it turned out at least. I feel like it turned out okay. Not great, not terrible. And there that's the entire hour of royalty free horror music as well. So now we go back in for Silent Hill 3.